Welcome back, my lovely darlings, to my channel. Today we're going to talk about another royalty, about Princess Claire of Luxembourg. And I didn't actually talk about ladies from like royalty for quite a while now, so I think it's going to be great opportunity to talk about one of them. The only thing I need to say, when it comes to royalties, it's not easy to find so many pictures. When it comes to British royalties, you can find million pictures. That Duchess of Cambridge is like everywhere, her pictures. But some other like European royalties, they are not so, they don't want to show off so much, you know. They still want to live like a normal people life, so they still want to have normal careers, and for that reason sometimes you might not find a lot of pictures about them, you know. It's not the same, not all of them are the same, not all of them are on the front page all the time. And that's what is actually happening with Princess Claire of Luxembourg. And I think I'm going to obviously show you her style. I'm going to talk a little bit about her, but there's nothing to compare like picture-wise with like outfits with like Duchess of Cambridge comparing to Princess Claire. She is much more private, the same when it comes to her husband. She has a normal career as well. She is very active when it comes to like her field. When it comes to her career, we're going to talk about this, but when it comes to fashion, you know, you can still get inspired by her because she's really beautiful and really like accomplished woman, which is, I think that's what we want to as well talk about ladies that are accomplished, not only that they can dress nicely. And she's one of those for 100%, but it's a little bit harder for me to find some kind of outfits because there's not many pictures about her online overall. But I found some, and I think we have some kind of background, so we can chat about her and I can just tell you a little bit more about her. So as I said on the beginning, she is a highly educated woman. She's a very accomplished woman. She finished, she holds degrees in history, English, German, psychology and art as a bachelor degree. And also she finished her master degree in biotechnics in Rome, graduating with like highest honors. And she also worked for UNESCO for the chair of the biotechnics and human rights for UNESCO. As I'm saying, it's really nice to talk about ladies that are involved in this kind of projects, that they are there, they are getting involved, but they are not like shouting about this all the time. Like they're not bringing this kind of attention, and they're not looking for this kind of attention to like gain it because she's, you know, helping, because she's doing some kind of research when it comes to you know, her work, her like field, her career. She also went on she was also doing her PhD or doctorate. It's just called different in different part of the world. In Europe we say more doctorate, but in UK, for example, we say PhD. So, you know, it's a little bit different everywhere. And she was her like reading and her thesis was about the ethical aspects of consent to organ donation from the same Italian school. She was doing research about that, obviously, when you're doing your PhD. Aside of her like accomplishment when it comes to university, she also speaks German, English, French and Italian, which is, I think, again a very like accomplished itself, you know, to speak so many languages. And it's not very easy to do that, you know, not very easy to speak so many languages. You need to have some kind of experience, you need to have practice. It's one thing to go to school and learn the basics, another thing to actually speak fluently, you know. That's not two the same things. And education is great, obviously, but having this kind of opportunity to actually live somewhere and using the language every day, that always, I think it's easier as well, and give you this kind of more like realistic type of learning rather than school like books learning when it comes to languages. So we find out about the relationship of Claire with Prince Felix on 13th of December 2012. and that was when the Grand Dual Court announced that they are engaged. And I think they are really, really lovely couple. You can see them everywhere, almost on every single picture together. They obviously are very, very close. And the same when it comes to looking for pictures of Felix, of Prince Felix. You're going to see him with Prince Claire, but also there's this kind of sweet, really sweet love going on between them. You know, you can see that they are in love. They have now 2 children, so it's really nice to look at them, and they have this kind of very like easy life now, I would say. Obviously everybody has some problems, you know, but like they don't necessarily need to, because he is not a crown prince, so he is not going to be a king. I think his sister is going to be a queen. And what I was going to say is just allows them to be like, do what they like, still hold the, you know, royal titles, but not necessarily be on this front page, which I think is really, really like, it's much better position rather than being crown princess and, you know, always act like you're going to be a queen, you know, obviously. So with that, I think they are a little bit in better situation. They were both married in the civil and religious ceremony. If that's something that interests you, she had a really beautiful gown. I already made a video about like royal weddings. If you didn't see that, then I highly recommend you to jump over there, because you're going to see her pictures, more pictures of her dress over there. But I'm obviously going to show you some here, and she looked absolutely classic, like a real princess, and the dress wasn't something that it was just like fashionable, very, very timeless, very like sophisticated, and I think that's how the princesses should dress, you know, something that in 30-50 years you're going to look at the pictures and you're still going to say like, oh, I could wear something like this. It was just absolutely fantastic and fabulous when it comes to her wedding outfit. He looked very smart as well. But obviously all attention was more on her rather than on him. Claire and her husband are full-time working members of Dual Court family. They only carry out few engagements a year, so that's why they are not like full-time members. Like they don't really go all the time somewhere. They don't like do the same thing what like doing Prince William and, you know, Duchess of Cambridge. But I would say that's why you can't really find so many pictures of them, because they don't attend so many official events. They also have also like they manage their French winery, and that's type of the work as well they're doing. And Claire works as a biotechnic researcher as well. It just shows you, you know, that she's not just she's not doing any like sitting and doing just. She is following her career, she is following the path that she really enjoy, and she didn't stop her working, though probably she wouldn't need to work, you know. When it comes to her style and outfits she's wearing, most of the time it's going to be some kind of dresses, a very like a classic type of lines. It's not going to be anything with crazy cuts, you know. Obviously she is royalty, she is dressing for her position, for being a princess, so that's what you're going to see, you know. You're going to see more like modest type of outfit. So yeah, so modest fashion, I would say first thing what you can recognize with her, it's going to be a modest fashion, especially when she attends some kind of events with her husband. Then that's what you're going to notice. I have some pictures as well from them, like from holiday recently. They were with whole family. So you can see they have this kind of very like a loose type of garment. They have this kind of like a comfortable, say, it's not even about the classic, but comfortable type of outfits. It's not even like they are super elegant here. Obviously they try to dress like their kids, which is really cute. So you can see mom and daughter in the same kind of pattern dresses, and obviously Prince with his son in this kind of linen type of outfit. All of them, they look really, really chic, really lovely. But that's what is on holiday as well. You're not going to wear, you know, some kind of crazy, very, very classic outfits. You want to have some fun with your family. You want to maybe swim in a pool. You want to go to the beach. You want to walk somewhere. So you need to be comfortable, and that's what they are representing here as well. It's really, really lovely. family picture as well, to say. Overall, when it comes to this kind of, like I'm saying, attending events, you're always going to see them very respectful, and that's what they're representing, you know. They are very like respectful couple. They are focused on family. They have their own values, you know, when it comes to work, when it comes to as well education, and they're trying to be very, very private as well about their life, which I feel like it's really fantastic, you know. You don't necessarily want to everyone know about, even they are royals, you don't want everyone know exactly about their problems. You see what's happening in, you know, British royal family. There's so much dirt coming out right now that people like me, I can't listen to this anymore, you know. And I really respect someone like Luxembourg type of, like Luxembourg royals, that they don't wash so much stuff in front of the TV. They don't, you know, do some kind of interviews. They don't like put everything out. I really appreciate that, you know. I think royalty families, they shouldn't really be so open about their life as well. I think there should be some kind of, you know, closure to their private life, and we should just see more of them when it comes to official events, because that's when you want to have them as a sample as well. You don't want to hear that they have a normal people problem, because obviously they have. Every relationship has some kind of problems, you know, so I bet they have some kind of as well. But you just want to see them in this kind of state when they are representative, when they are like the best of themselves, because that's where normal people want to follow them, you know. We don't really want to follow someone who has some kind of issues with their life all the time. We want to follow, and we want to have this kind of sample of royalty and princesses, queens, and you want to see them like they are almost like perfect people, you know, even though we know they are not. But there's something about like being private about life and not sharing everything too much and oversharing. I think it's just not good for the royalties. When you are a celebrity, some kind of celebrity that actually live and have this kind of lifestyle, like for example Kardashians, that they needed to share more to actually interest people as well, then I can understand that as well. You know, this was their type of life, that's what they chose. But when it comes to royal families, I think less is more in the situation. And I think that's what Luxembourg family represents, and they're not going to overshare too much. Okay, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, a little bit maybe shorter, not so many outfits, because as I'm saying, they are very private, so you can't find so much about them. I think it's just just enough, you know, for us to see what kind of people they are, and to get a little bit interested, but not too crazy about them. If you're interested in more royal videos, then I made some about some other princesses, some other queens, and highly recommend you to check this list. I have like a playlist with elegant ladies, so you can find royalties over there as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up, because it's really supporting my channel, and see you in the next video.